Ladies, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about the Golden State Warriors beating the Utah Jazz, 123, 114 reaction. They erased a 12-point deficit. I think in the first half, they were down by as many as 12. They had a huge third quarter where they outscored Utah 42-31. They erased a 12-point first half deficit, which happened to the coincidence with Draymond Green's ejection. Steph Curry scored 31 points, 20 points in the third quarter. He went off in the third quarter after not really getting many shots in the first half. He didn't get to take many, but went off in the third quarter, had 20 points, made 6 threes. Warriors back to 2 games over 500. Draymond Green got ejected, which I don't know about that one, man. Like, that should have been a 3-second call. I guess that's what he was mad about. There wasn't a 3-second call. But I don't know if there's anything worth getting even a technical for. Maybe there was, but maybe I'm just a bit biased. But also, I'm not too mad because, honestly, when Draymond went out of the game, it forces Steve Kerr to actually run bigs and not stupid-ass 4-guard lineups with Draymond at center. But the Jazz aren't a bad scoring team. The Jazz, I think, scored 65 in the first half. I think they're top 10 in scoring in the NBA. But the problem is they can't guard a nosebleed. But the Warriors, since December 20th, Draymond has now gotten tossed from 2 games and refused to enter another. He's also missed 4 games and had a negative plus-minus in all but 2 games he's played since December 15, since December started. Negative 15-0. This match is the eye test. But it was a really good second half. Cut down the turnovers. They had like 10 in the first half. Steph cooked. The ball movement was much better. Post was awesome. A good win. I've been saying it, man. Offense is significantly smoother without Draymond. That has proved true in games or time he's been out. The defense overall was mid, but the offense was really good without Draymond, which comes to no surprise. And then Steph went off in the third quarter. It's one of those Curry flurries. Well, with the 2 takes with Draymond, I didn't see anything worth 2 takes here. Maybe 1, okay. But Steph absolutely went off there in the third quarter. 20 points. They even hit a deep 3, which gave the Warriors the lead in that third quarter. The Warriors' ball movement was elite. All of the third quarter, their ball movement was much better without Draymond playing traffic cop and not running the offense through Draymond. I don't know what Steve Kerr needs to see. When Draymond's out of the game, it makes you wonder. No Draymond equals better offense. Shocking. Hashtag noticing. Nah, this ain't just now noticing. We've been know this. They couldn't guard Laurie, but I'm supposed to believe this team couldn't use him because of untouchable Brandon Podziemski. I didn't see anything worth 2 takes. I rarely ever defend Draymond most of the time, but I rarely defend him. But come on, all the refs are cowards. Don't think that Dre ejected was deserved. Take sure Jackson's egregious, especially since the ref was dead ass wrong. And GP2 in this game, I mean, he gave him some good minutes late. I think in the second half. First half was kind of rough, but gave him some pretty good minutes in the second half. Melton was finally able to make some threes. Pods. He did have 8 assists, though, and didn't turn the ball over. He didn't shoot well, but, hey, he had 8 assists and 6 rebounds. But most importantly, 0 turnovers. Is the most important thing. No turnovers. That was the most important thing. No turnovers in this game by Pods off the bench. Curry went off. Jimmy, 15 points, 7 assists, 3 steals. In this one, Draymond was a negative 15 when he was in the game. I'm going to talk about this, the 3-guard shit. But is it a good thing or bad thing that the Warriors look like a better team whenever Draymond Green excuses himself from the game? They just look way better, honestly. The closing minutes have been all about the presence of TJE and the paint on defense. Worlds apart more reliable at protecting the rim than Draymond at center. The Warriors stopped stopped scoring, and then it didn't matter. Well, it's what a real team looked like in the final few minutes. They didn't even have to score because they had a big third quarter. But GP2 had an awful turnover late in the game when it's pretty much over still. But that's okay because with regular size, the Warriors' defense has been amazing. And they have the margin for error for the occasional isolated turnover. And then they had a nice lineup where Curry, Melton, GP2, Santos, and TJD. Now that is a Curry-centric lineup. First time we've gotten a viable Curry-staggered lineup all season, all because Draymond got ejected. Quentin Post also has been awesome on defense. He did get posted once, which that's about the daily game that happens. But he was awesome on defense, though. Draymond Green not even remotely missed because Post and TJD were playing pretty good defense. And the Warriors might have lost this game if Draymond didn't get ejected, to be honest. They should just trade Draymond and Kuminga and Pods and all the other kids they have on this team. But Curry had 18 points in the third quarter for having a lackluster first half. And he's about to get 2 more free throws line when Curry was about to sub him out. Of course he wanted to sub him out. He ended with 20 points in the third quarter. Almost 38 years of age, man, doing this stuff at point guard. At the point guard position, continues to defy all odds. And, my lord, Steve Kerr replaces Draymond with GP2 at power forward to start the second half. This clown's out of his mind. Guy Santos is right there. I mean, GP2 almost had a double-double still, but still, that's not what you want to start the second half with. But still, Warriors still played much better without Draymond. But I'm not asking for GP2 at power forward. He's 6'2". But Draymond was leading the team with a negative 15 before he got ejected, by the way. He was having a horrid game. And Quentin Post was a gazillion times better at center in every way than Draymond in Q3. Better shooting, better passing, better defense, great minutes in the second half. Draymond, the last few games, ejected against Phoenix. He ejected himself against Orlando. OKC, rest. Utah, eject. I'm sick of this guy, man. He's a detriment to this team at least half the time. When he does stand, he's forced into the tiniest laps in NBA history. And he's useless playing center in these situations. I know the Warriors won this game, but that's starter. I can't come on here and just talk about the greatness of Stephen Curry because of this ass clown, Steve Kerr. The retard, Steve Kerr. Retarded, tiny lineup comes into the game. The Warriors defense instantly turns into complete and utter trash with Draymond at center. What a fucking joke to deal with. The same shit every single fucking game. Steve Kerr, you retard. My patience has been brought to zero with this scumbag after the comments about how he thinks they can't contend. Fuck you. You have Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry. If you can't contend, how about you get the fuck out of here, Steve Kerr? You really agitating with those comments you made. They can't contend because you do retarded shit every game. Marking at 7 foot, just run 4 small guys and Draymond at center. Oh my lord. Sick of this. My patience is zero with this dude. He sucks in these tiny lineups. Every single game, every single recap, I have to talk about this. Their starters allowed 7 points in the first 4 minutes. He switches to this tiny ass lineup and they allow 9 points in the next minute. Clown. If there was a positive, Melton being able to hit wide open threes was refreshing. Hit 2 in the first quarter. Hopefully he can do it consistently now. At least we have great lineups around Jimmy Butler with stagger from Curry. The closing unit of Melton, Richard, Butler, Santos, post very leaf. Only this clown Curry would stop screwing the Curry staggered units. But this same dude who didn't believe Curry would win, the Warriors would win the championship in 2022. So, but these stupid tiny lineups are the death of Warriors basketball. But Draymond just got ejected. Don't ever call this guy the leader. Steph Curry is the leader. But on a positive note, Curry the retard couldn't play a tiny lineup anymore. So that's a positive. But the game is comically easier when the Warriors have just half regular size on the floor around Steph Curry. I'm not going to say they would dominate the league if the 4-guard lineups and Draymond center lineups were simply just erased, but I think they would definitely have a better record than what they have right now. The Warriors just look so much better. without Draymond on the floor playing small ball and running the offense. I literally talked about this a few days ago, how they're running the offense, notice it running better through Curry and Jimmy. They go back to the same shit with Draymond. And Steph Curry's the most 20-point quarters in NBA history, 45 quarters of 20 points. 20-point quarters. Just unreal how good Wardell Curry is, but it's sad his coach doesn't believe in him. Clown. Arguably the greatest point guard of all time. Well, it's unrealistic to think we can compete with OKC and San Antonio. Well, then maybe you should quit coaching, man. Just saying. If you can't believe in Curry and Butler, then sure, whatever. But the first quarter was just GP2 plays power forward, winning 5 minutes into the game. Pods had a 2v1 and he does a floater. What happened to freaking fundamentals? GP2 is a terrible turnover where he just loses the ball again by himself. It was just awful early on. The first half, Jazz scored like 65 points in the first half. Steph Curry over the last 4 games is averaging 30 points a game, shooting 46 from the field, 44 from 3, and 96 from the line. Almost 30 years old. 38 years old, still putting up 30 points per game. Warriors better do something at the trade deadline. If they do nothing, then I'm going to be pissed. The Warriors should have a better record than they were if it wasn't for Steve Kerr and his retarded lineups. Most of the time. But yeah, the Warriors get the 123-114 win. Let's go over the stat sheet. Here it is. So for the Warriors, they scored 123 points. They improved to 19-17 on the season. They're now 11-5 at home. They scored 25 in the first quarter, 33 in the second quarter, 42 in the third quarter, 23 in the fourth quarter. Moody had 8 points, 3 of 8 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3. Curry, 31 points, 5 assists, 8 of 18 from the field, 6 of 12 from 3, 9 of 9 from the line. Post, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 6 of 9 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3. Draymond, 8 points, 3 for 4 before he got ejected. Jimmy Butler, 15 points, 4 for 9, 6 of 8 from the line, hit a 3. 7 assists, 3 steals. Off the bench, TJD, 9 points, 6 rebounds, 4 of 5 from the field, 4 0 boards. Gee Santos played 8 minutes, had 2 assists, a rebound, and a steal. GP2, 10 points, 9 rebounds, 5 of 9, had 4 0 boards. Anthony Melton, 13 points, 7 rebounds, 5 of 11, 3 of 7 from 3. Richard, 8 points, 3 of 5, 2 of 4 from 3. Pod, 6 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists. While he only went 2 for 7, at least he had 8 assists. Warriors shot 49 from the field, 42 from 3, 19 of 45, 75 from the line, 18 of 24. 45 boards, 32 assists, only 14 turnovers. They had 10 in the first half, I believe only 4 in the second half. 9 steals, 2 blocks, 13 no boards, 32 D boards, 13 fouls. For Utah, they dropped to 12 and 22, 4 and 11 on the road, 114 points. 29 in the first quarter, 36 in the second quarter, 31 in the third quarter, 18 in the fourth quarter. Keontae George, 22 points, 9 assists, had 7 turnovers, 7 of 18, 4 of 9 from 3. Svi Mykhailiuk, 10 points, 4 for 6, hit 2 threes. Sensabaugh, 12 points, 5 8 from the field, hit 2 threes. Markkanen, 35 points, 6 rebounds, 15 of 27 from the field. What a game from Lauri Markkanen. Kevin Love, 5 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists off the bench. Walter Clayton Jr., 8 points. Isaiah Collier, 8 points. Cody Williams, 8 points. Filipowski, 7 points. And Taylor Hendricks, 1 point. They shot 52% from the field, 37 from 3, 13 of 35. 65% from the line, 11 of 17, 37 boards, 32 assists, 15 turnovers, 7 steals, 3 blocks, 10 O boards, 27 D boards, and 20 fouls. But yeah, the Warriors get the 123-114 win over Utah, so they split on the back-to-back. They lose to OKC, but they played all their guys tonight and got the win. Now, coming up, I believe they have the Clippers and the Bucks, I believe, Monday and then Wednesday against Kawhi and then Giannis, and they got the Kings, the Hawks, the Blazers, the Knicks, the Hornets, the Heat, the Raptors, the Mavericks, and then they got the Timberwolves after that, and then they got a little tough stretch coming up after that, but out of these next, 10 out of their next 11 games, they should win these, but you never know, because Giannis and Kawhi is tough. But yeah, that's all to say for tonight. Leave a like, subscribe for more. Peace. Go Warriors.